All right, number 9. We want to find the real solutions, if any. We want to use the quadratic formula. Again, I don't mind which method you use. I want you to be able to do them all, but use whatever one is the easiest, okay? So we have 4x squared plus 10x minus 6 equals 0. I definitely wouldn't recommend doing completing the square, but let's see if this will factor. 4 times 6 is 24, and we want to subtract to get 10 factors of 24. So we got 1 and 24 will not give us 10. 2 and 12 will give us 10. I would recommend factoring this. 4, 6 is 24, and then 1 and 24, 2 and 12. These will subtract and give you 10. Let's factor it. 2 sets of parentheses, and then we're going to write the 4 and an x in the front of both. Remember, that is incorrect. Not supposed to both be 4, but we'll fix it. 2 and 12 at the back. First sign is the bigger number, 12 is positive. Second sign tells me they're different. This is negative. And then we reduce. Both of these are divisible by 2. So divide by 2, and that will give us 2x minus 1. And then over here, both of these are divisible by 4. Divide by 4, and then we get x plus 3. Now, at this point, if you were to multiply this back, it will not equal what we originally started with, because I could have factored out a 2 and I didn't. Even though I missed that, I will still get the factors correct. Okay, so most of the time, if they both reduce, I would go back and double check and see, maybe I should have divided something out and had something smaller, because if you factor out a 2, then you would have been carrying a 2 down, and these would have been different numbers. And at this point, this is equal. But that 2 is going to be irrelevant. It's not going to really change the problem. But just be aware of that. Your factors will still come out okay, and your answers will come out okay. But if you want it in completely factored form, that's when that 2 is going to be important. Okay, so set these equal to 0. 2x minus 1 equals 0. X plus 3 equals 0. We're going to subtract 3, and it's going to give us x equals negative 3. And then we're going to add 1, and then divide by 2. So these will still be correct regardless if you factor out the first term or not. So 1/2 and negative 3. Answer choice C. All right, number 10, we want to find the real solutions of this equation. We have the absolute value of 5x equals 20. Since it's absolute values by itself, I can set up the problem twice. So 5x equals 20, and then 5x equals negative 20. So in this case, we're going to divide by 5, and it's going to give us x equals 4. Divide by 5, and we get x equals negative 4. So we got two answers, positive 4 and negative 4. And we're going to type it in, 4 and negative 4.